I love a good plot twist, but I think it's also one of the hardest aspects of writing craft to learn. For me, there are two kinds of bad plot twists, and they lie on either end of the plot twist spectrum. The first is the plot twist that I can see coming from the front flap description, or somewhere around there. I'm pretty good at guessing twists, so I don't mind a book where, say, I make a good guess on page 200 and turn out to be right around page 250. It makes me feel pretty smart. But if it's so obvious that I figure it out really early on, and not a good educated guess, but like, I know that I'm right, and then you try to pass it off as some big unexpected surprise, no. Obviously, there are going to be times when a reveal in your book is going to be easy to figure out. Like, if you've mentioned a lost princess a couple of times, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that the main female character is probably that lost princess, because that's how lost princess narratives work. The problem, I think, is when you treat your readers like they're dumb and they won't figure it out, and act like it's some huge revelation that they won't have seen coming. The second bad plot twist is the one that comes out of nowhere and makes no sense within the context of the story or the world or the character. In my opinion, this is worse than the overly obvious plot twist. If I can't look back through the book and find the little clues sprinkled throughout that I didn't notice the first time, if it leaves me at the end just scratching my head and going, huh? Then it might not be a very good plot twist. A good plot twist falls somewhere on the spectrum between those two extremes. I like when I can tell that something is up and something is not quite what it seems to be, but I don't know what until the big reveal. I like when I'm surprised, but can look back and find all of the hidden in plain sight breadcrumbs that led us to this point. I like when I'm making guesses all the way through the book as to what the plot twist or reveal could be, and one of them turns out to be right. My favorite kind of plot twist is when all of the pieces fall into place and I figure it out a moment before the characters do. The keys to effective plot twists are planning and revisions. It's dropping some breadcrumbs over here while blowing something up over there to distract your readers. It's cluing your readers into the fact that something's going on, but not what. It's letting them make lots of wrong guesses alongside the right one. It's all about misdirection and distraction. Writing effective plot twists is hard. I don't think that there's any definitive guide or template that can help you to write them effectively and impactfully, but you can read a lot of books that do it well, and I think that helps a lot. What helps even more is rereading those books once you know the plot twist so that you can see how the writer did it. So here's some books that I think do the plot twist right. My absolute favorite books for plot twists are the Queen's Thief series by Megan Whalen Turner. The first book, The Thief, is, I don't think, the perfect example of a plot twist. It is a little bit out of left field, but the rest of the books in the series, The Queen of Atolia, The King of Atolia, A Conspiracy of Kings, and I haven't read the newest book, but I hear it's the same, they are all so good at having these plot twists that you don't figure out on your own, but totally make sense in the context of the story once you look back at everything. Also, Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. There is a reason that here on the Word Nerds we recommend this book so much. It's because it does so many things well, and one of those things is hiding a really obvious plot twist in plain sight so that you don't figure it out until the end. Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Abertally. This is for any of you that are writing contemporary books, because what is so great about the big reveal in this book is that I did guess it about halfway through the book, I think. I guessed who Blue was. But at the same time, I suspected at some point in the book every single guy that Simon interacted with. So yes, I did guess the right person, but I mean, my chances are pretty good because I guessed everybody. Most of the Harry Potter books are great examples of very obvious plot twists that you somehow just don't see coming. I remember being so surprised by each of those books and then looking back at the book and being like, duh, how did I not figure this out before? So go reread some Harry Potter books if you're wanting to figure out how to do a really well executed plot twist. Last asked the other word nerds for some recommendations of some good plot twist books, and Kelly recommended We Were Liars by E. Lockhart, which I can't believe I didn't think of. I know that there's some disagreement over this book and whether or not the plot twist is a good one. I think it is, because I definitely did not guess what was going on, although I knew something was going on. I just couldn't figure out what. Kyra recommended Caraval by Stephanie Garber, which, yes, there are a couple of twists in this book, some bigger, some smaller, and I think that they're so well executed in a way that I was definitely surprised, but also knew that something was coming, so I wasn't totally shocked and confused. And Rachel recommended Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. A heist book is not a good heist book unless there are some crazy twists in it, and Six of Crows definitely does that, so check that one out too. And that's it for today, nerds. Let me know some recommendations of books with great plot twists that surprised you in just the right way. And don't forget to join us this Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Time for our live chat, just like usual.